Hello, my name is Qhawe Luthuli. Before coming to Belito and joining Sid and what he does, I was with my aunt and just living there. So during this time period, I didn't really have a purpose or what to do in the couple of months. But emotionally and internally, I was really struggling with a lot of things. I wasn't going to church and I was just drowning in gaming and trying to escape the pain and the emotions I was going through. Me and my aunt had a bit of tension because of me gaming and not really having something to do that's concrete. And then that led to me being like, hey Sid, I need some help, I need a place to stay, this is the amount I have, I'm willing to rent. And he was like, you know what, I see your plan there, but just come be with me, come just do ministry, and I believe in you just joining me in what I'm doing, God will do something. So I joined him, and as we were just ministering to different people in different homes, sharing the gospel, getting to love on different people in different places, my heart started beating for what the Holy Spirit's heart is beating for. And it just started resonating with who God already made me to be. It reminded me of how I'm loved by God. It reminded me of the gospel. Because each time you'd share the gospel and share about what Jesus has done for each person. And each time he was sharing the gospel and the different aspects of it, the more I was reminded of who I am. And the more he'd put me in a position to be like, oh, it's your turn to share. And I'd have to remember the things God has done for me and remember God. And that place of just continuously sharing and hearing the gospel led me into a healthier and more whole space. I went from being depressed and suicidal and not sure about my life to being sure. On top of that, I'm filled with the Holy Spirit. I'm a child of God, and knowing who I am and just a restoration of my identity and clarity of vision. And that just happened in the space of a week. Now it's been now it's the third week, and it just keeps getting better in terms of reaching out to people and seeing the Holy Spirit lead Sid in different spaces, and him just having an open hand on facilitating what the Holy Spirit is doing. It hasn't been like sometimes you follow someone and they're like the hot shot, but he's done something very different in the way he leads others to lead as well. And for myself, it's been him seeing my gift mix and being like, okay, you are gifted in this space. I'll give you a space as I share and do what I usually do. And that has just blessed me in a very incredible way, in that I've seen myself grow in the things God has given me as gifts, but also I've been encouraged and felt loved and felt part of and felt spurred on in the things God has already given me. And it's been such a blessing working with a different group of people. And what amazed me was it kind of felt like the disciples, because you had the guys who sort of know English well and are learned, and you had the guys who don't know English that well but just have a passion for God, and you had all of these guys being discipled by Sid, but really by the Holy Spirit and by Jesus, and him allowing that to happen. And in that mix, it was a different pot of people, and in my head I was like, this is so beautiful that God would choose such a different type of people with different personalities to build his kingdom. And it's been a beautiful journey building the kingdom alongside someone who said yes to God and said yes to the plans and purposes of God over their own lives. And I think it's such a blessing to walk alongside someone who said yes to Jesus, because in that space you discover your own yes to Jesus. And you spurred on and you turn into a person who's hungry to see God's kingdom come and to see people led into salvation. But I feel like what God is doing through him is amazing and is part and parcel of where you get to be led by the Holy Spirit and get to see God move in different people's lives, get to see the miraculous, but get to see the main goal of increasing God's family. So thank you very much for listening. Love what God is doing and hope you're blessed.